all going ready to be loaded into that other place as well. And yes, there we go, it's done it. I was thinking, oh no, it's not going to do it. Hello, AJ, lovely to see you. I recorded another one for the crystals that you were interested in. And I recorded another one this morning, and within half an hour it was live. So there's another one. The rose quartz one is there for you now too. So, and thank you for the review of the amethyst one. That was so kind of you. Thank you so very much. So very much. How are we doing? Are we excited again about learning about another crystal? It's lovely when I wake up in the morning, because you guys are also, over the opposite side of the world, and so often I get these reviews when I'm sleeping, and it's lovely when I wake up and turn my computer on and have a look, and I'm like, yay, there's another one. It is fabulous. Why is my notes not doing with that? I've got notes here on my computer just so I don't get lost in what I'm doing. And it's been a right pain in the neck. I don't want to. Okay, let's go out of it. Let's just close it all down. Just close everything down. Hey, Michelle, you've switched camps now, have you? I love it. Hey, Maribel, wonderful to see you. Yes, always. That's good. I'm so glad to hear that. All right, let's try this again to get my notes up for all those really hard words that I can't pronounce. It's always lots of different hard words to do. Why is it not doing it? This is really annoying. Come on. You can do it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to make everything up for you just to be difficult. Oh, that's not it. See, that one opened up all right. Why is this one? Come on. Wonder if it's... Let's see if I open it up here. Don't you love technology? It's just enough to drive me around the bend sometimes. Okay, it's opened up perfect there. So why aren't you opening here? I don't know what to do, because I don't want to preview it. I want you to open it. I want you to open it. It's just like, I can't see. It's like this small. Okay, I'm going to have to do it from up here. And what I will have to do... No, what I will do... This is really annoying. Because as much as I know so much, and I can talk really well about the crystals, I do really need my notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that out of there. There we go. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to sit that there. Going to have you here and have that there. So I have that over here. Technology. There we go. If I have that over there, Then I can see if you're talking and I can't see me. So that's all good. If I start looking really funny, tell me. Just tell me. So I've got it. I've got it here. I've got it here. Oh dear. Runestone Feldspar. It is delightful. Can you see it? Tell me, let me just get this down a wee bit, just for a minute, so you can see. Thank you. This is Runestone Feldspar. It is delightful, and I love this one because it's a palm stone. Palm stones are really, really cool. They hi Jen, lovely to see you. Oh, thank you, Michelle. It is. It's a very, very pretty crystal. It is sort of yeah, I love palm stones too. They just you just want to hold them all the time, eh? You just want to hold them. And it's got a lot of sort of peachy greens, browns, all sorts, and lots of little lines and things going on it. I don't think the camera is going to help much, the light's going to help much with this one because it's fairly thick and solid. I do too. I do. I have them around all the time. I love them. I absolutely love them. It looks like I'm waiting. It looks like there we go. It looks like an ostrich egg, but small. It does a bit, doesn't it? It does. Yeah, an ostrich egg would be a whole lot bigger, wouldn't it? Definitely. Yeah, and you carry a palm stone in your pocket all day. I have them all over the house, and I have one in my handbag. I have another one up here. They're just everywhere. Just everywhere. Like all my crystals, they're just everywhere. They're just everywhere. Runestone is, it's a beautiful, as you know, because I put in the you love them, I'm waiting. All the recent ones have been new to me. Maribel, yes. Yeah, there are so many crystals around. And every time I start creating something and I start researching crystals for you guys, and I'm like, oh, I like that, let's do that. It's quite interesting, the things you come across. In the, something I think I posted, was it on here or was it in my might have been in my newsletter? Was that Wern Bright or something? I found that in one of my books and I thought, oh, I've got to write about that. I've got to write about that. And when I looked at it, it is just beautiful. It is such a beautiful, beautiful crystal. It really is. Hey, Jerry, lovely to see you. Yeah, it is, eh? It is just so comforting and so, you know, and if you're feeling discombobulated during your day, just pick one of these up, put it in your hands and just go one breath and, you just feel so much different. Really, really do. Really do. And as I was saying, you would have seen in the, how does it feel? It feels like it's meant to be. Yes, I have one of those somewhere too. These, I've got two of these. I've got two of these here. That one's not really a palm stone. I think the other one is. No, it's this one. It's this one, I tell you. It's the tiger's eye. That's a beautiful palm stone. But you see, to me, Jerry, that one, it doesn't feel like it's home like this one. You know, this one has got pointy bits. And it just, this one feels so much more, you know, mine. It just feels like it's come to the right place. It's in my hand. It's like, yeah. And that one is definitely a heart palm stone. And it's still lovely. You know, you can stick your thumb in that part and you can have the pointy bit just going between your fingers. That's quite cool as well. Yes, it would. Yes, yeah, the tiger's eye one is gorgeous. But the one we're talking about today is this beautiful wee thing. and it is runestone. It's a runestone feldspar, and it's a very captivating member of the feldspar family. We've had a few from the feldspar, I think. Excuse me. And its surface appears as though it's been inscribed by time, almost. You know, there's beautiful, warm, earthy tones. There's cream. There's taupe. There's soft greys in there too. There's russet. See, there's a little bit of russet there. There's, what else is in there? There's a bit of charcoal too in there, colour. So there's lots and lots of charcoal, and there's definitely little bits of gold. You can see little bits of gold in it, which is it's really cool. And they're all woven together with these natural markings that resemble sort of ancient symbols, you know, like weathered script and or forgotten sort of rune stones that have been carved on a cave, you know, or runestone characters, runic characters that, you know, have almost been beside it when it was awakening, when the crystal was starting to evoke that feeling of an ancient language just waiting to be remembered. And it is taupe is that, Jerry. That's taupe. just to be pedantic. Taupe, russet, and charcoal. Yeah, they're colours. They are colours. They really are. Yeah, yes, no, they're not. They're not, AJ. They're not. There are so many beautiful shapes to. I've got heaps of shapes around, but there are so many beautiful shapes in crystals. There really are, and it's whatever calls to you in a crystal. I've got a gorgeous little frog. He's a aventurine frog. No, he's a unikite frog sitting on a aventurine leaf. He's beautiful. I've got an elephant. I love my elephant. I think you've seen my elephant when we did the banded calcite. He's my elephant. And there's so many beautiful shapes that you can get. They're just delightful. They really are. No wigs here. The first thing that people would notice when you hold this beautiful crystal is its sense of age. You know, unlike those crystals that do have that sparkle and that translucentness about them, this one is just, you hold it in your hand and you feel grounded. You feel deeply contemplative too. It doesn't rush to reveal itself. It just invites a lovely, slow, sort of, you know, laid back relationship. And it just wants you to sit with it. Just sit with it. Observe its beautiful patterns. Just pick one up and there is so much going on in there. That's amazing. You know, I look at this so many times and there are two ducks in this. No, actually they look like swans, and there's a duck. See, you see all sorts of different things in your crystals, and which is the beauty of them. They bring so many different things to the forefront of your mind, which is wonderful. This crystal, it helps us become more receptive to those subtle messages that are just waiting for you to have space to be able to notice them. Those intuition thoughts, those dreams, synchronicities, and your inner knowing as well. And this beautiful crystal just reminds us that some things just can't be explained. They can be recognized, but they just can't be explained, and that's fine. There is also a beautiful quality of steadiness in this crystal. There really is. It's, like weathered sort of standing stones that, have witnessed generations, come and go, and it's still there. It's still hanging there. And the Runestone Feldspar, it's, the world we live in is just rush. And it just sits there and goes, well, there you go. You can rush all you like. I'm here if you want to be quiet and still and be peaceful for a wee while. It doesn't have any urgency in our modern life. It encourages us to step out of the constant search for immediate solutions and into a beautiful, deeper trust that our wisdom often arrives through patience, reflection, and listening, attentive listening. Absolutely. And you need space and stillness. If you can sit in stillness for a while, you create space in your heart for that. Thanks, Jen. Runestone Feldspar, say that fast. Runestone Feldspar is about, it takes its name actually. Let's go to that. It takes its name from its beautiful, striking resemblance to ancient runestones. And standing stones that were carved with runic inscriptions, and that happened throughout sort of Scandinavia, parts of Northern Europe. And the stones were erected by Norse and Germanic peoples as memorials and markers of sacred places, their records of their journeys. That's how they kept record of their journeys, and declarations of lineage and symbols of spiritual connection. So they're not merely decorative monuments, they were vessels of memory and carrying stories across generations. I don't think so, Jerry. I studied this one last week and I can't remember what I wrote. But I would have written it somewhere. It'll be in my notes here somewhere, whether it is or not, whether it is. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. The runic alphabet is known as the, got to say this one carefully, the Fathark. The Fathark, be careful, was an amazing writing system, but it was more than that. And each of the runes possessed symbolic, magical, and spiritual significance. And runes were used for divination, protection, blessing, guidance, and communication with the unseen. And so the very act of them carving a rune into a stone was considered a beautiful act of intention and power, anchoring their message into the amazing, enduring body of the earth. So how cool is that? Most of them were what they call standing stones. So they're very smooth, just rock type, grey sort of rock type that they would carve those runes into. Yes, yeah. Runestone Feldspar, I'd just say Runestone, I think. It's too much to say all of that. You know, it's from the Feldspar family. Its ancient tradition is beautiful. Through the crystal, the crystal itself isn't necessarily a historical runestone, but its natural patterns remind us of the weathered inscriptions, the forgotten languages, and the relationships between humanity and stone. And that association has made this crystal very beloved among crystal workers, because they, especially ones who feel connected or drawn to that Norse mythology, that ancient wisdom and the sacred symbols and intuitive divination. And feldspar minerals, they have been part of the human history for thousands of years. They're among the most abundant minerals in our Earth's crust, and they are used or have been used for ceramics, glass making, ornamental carving since ancient time. And in many cultures, feldspar bearing stones like this were valued for their connection to the earth. And craftsmanship and the hidden beauty that is found within this beautiful, ordinary material. So when you hold this, you can feel that wisdom, that wisdom, and it's layered wisdom. And it's just like those ancient inscriptions that became softer by wind and rain and time. And our lives accumulate experiences that, can eventually reveal a really much deeper meaning. And it's so true. You go through something, you experience something, and then once you come out the other side and you can look back and you go, "Ooh, now I know." And it's fabulous. And this is what this beautiful crystal is reminding of. And it belongs to the Feldspar group, as I said. The Feldspar group is one of the largest and most important mineral groups on Earth. Feldspars are rock-forming minerals, and that means they make up a significant portion of our Earth's crust. And so that gives the stone a beautiful connection with foundation and structure, and that deep sort of geological processes that shape the landscape over immense periods of time. Many of them are composed of potassium, sodium, calcium, aluminium, and silica, and different combinations of these elements create the various species. And so it's generally considered that an ornamental feldspar, rich stone, if it's got lots of feldspar in it, the appearance will vary depending on its locality from which it's sourced. So it would still have these sort of colorings in it, but some you might have more of the rust in it, or you might have more of the charcoal in it. So it would create a slightly different look. It is a 6 to 6.5 roughly on the Mohs scale, so it's fairly hard, and it is relatively durable then. So it is suitable for carrying, for display. Who doesn't love to display crystals? And meditative work, loves it. And because it's strong enough, it's durable enough, you can use it every day if you want to. It benefits from that gentle handling still, but it's still fine to use it every day. But if you just be careful when you're doing it. Give it love. It loves love. Who doesn't love love? It's that will keep its beautiful polished surface, and all of them come with that polished surface. Physically, it has that smooth, but it's only little, but it's still fairly heavy. It has that substantial feel in the hand. And the patterns on it, they're like veins, lines, sort of angular type markings in it, mottled textures. There's, it's like symbolic looking inclusions as well in it, and that will give it a uniquely different quality from one that Jerry might pick up, because it just has its own little wee more of something and less of the other. Some species, they're like fragments of ancient architecture, and then others are more like maps, which are quite cool. So their lines are much more, like mine are quite scraggly looking lines. If you find one that has more more mappy type lines, that's pretty cool. And some look like almost like manuscripts, or even as like weathered, cliff faces. So they can be different, but they'll be of the same colorings. And I love this. I love this geological character of them. It's beautiful. It's quite symbolic, really. Feldspar, it's not a rare crystal, and it has been hidden away, but it's still not rare, and it's abundant because it forms part of the very framework of the earth. So that's why it's not rare, and that's why it's relatively cheap to get one. And in that same way, the wisdom this crystal represents is not something it's not distant, it's not accessible, and that structure is woven into our lives too. It's waiting for us to become still and quiet and create space enough to notice those little whispers that are talking. If I was to describe Runestone in one little sentence, to me, it's that feeling of sitting beside an ancient standing stone at twilight, when the world is slowing down, and where wisdom can start speaking again. And that's what it embodies when I hold this crystal. Do you have one, Jen? Do you feel anything like that if you have one? The crystal carries. You do have one. What do you feel when you hold it? Oh, it's an egg. Cool. I like eggs too. I've got a few eggs. I've got no eggs in here. I need to do one to show you an egg, don't I? Yeah, grounded. Yes, absolutely, because it's so connected to the earth. But it also carries that energy of ancestors too. And it is, yes, root chakra. Oh, excuse me. I haven't even had my lunch yet. So I don't know what's going on there. It creates a inner stillness, and that's where those subtle insights, those whispers, can emerge naturally. And it is a wonderful stone for people who are seeking direction, or exploring your spiritual path. or you want to deepen your intuition, or you want to work with dreams. Love dreams. I love working with dreams. Symbols and synchronicity. Those are all me. I like those. And that's mainly what I use this beautiful stone for. It definitely has the amazing ability to slow your mind down. It doesn't dull it, it just slows it down, so you haven't got all that chit chat going on. And it really helps with that. And it's not intensely activating either. It just calmly slows everything down. It just creates a spacious sort of inner stillness, and that's where those subtle insights come from. It's when you hold it during meditation or journaling, you can find yourself just asking better questions, and you'll stop demanding immediate answers. It's so easy to sit there. I want this now. Just like children, eh? We can be just like that when we want something. I want it, and I want it now. But this helps you to slow down, to stop the chit chatter, and ask the better questions. It supports that understanding that wisdom is revealed gradually, and one symbol, one conversation, one dream, just one moment in time. And that's a beautiful sort of quality of inner authority within the stone too. And it doesn't encourage us to seek guidance endlessly from outside ourselves. It just reminds us that we do actually have what it possesses, what we do have in ourselves, a deep well of knowing. And the beautiful runic imagery associated with this crystal becomes a real metaphor for symbolic language for our own lives, the patterns, the repeated lessons, the meaningful encounters, and those little wee whispers that you hear and those nudges that you feel. Those are all things that are constantly communicating with us. Spiritually, it feels like a bridge between the visible and the invisible, and between like our personal experience and our ancestral memory. And it, between this present moment and then that timeless wisdom that lives beneath. And it's lovely. And yes, it is fabulous for the root chakra, but I tend to use it, and I found most people tend to use it. There are so many crystals you can use for the root chakra, well, all of the chakras actually, but I like it in the third eye. I think this one is a beautiful one for the third eye. Hey, VJ, lovely to see you over here. Welcome. I feel like its energetic connection is better for the third eye. And because of that intuition and the insight, I feel that it moves more naturally with the third eye. But because it is such a grounding crystal, yes, you can use it at the root chakra too. The connection with the third eye is really quite beautiful. Because this one will help you perceive what lies beneath, and beneath appearances as well. It will recognize patterns, and it will teach you to trust your intuition and just understanding that deeper meaning behind the experiences that we're having. It's fabulous. Oh, thank you. Lovely to see you, VJ. I've seen you in other lives, obviously, so you look familiar to me. But thank you for joining me. Welcome, welcome. what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Runestone creates that getting that deeper meaning behind our experiences. Runestone supports that by creating a calm, reflective inner landscape in which intuitive perception can then become much clearer. And so when the third eye is balanced, we do feel connected to our inner guidance. We're able to discern truth from illusion, and we're open to meaningful synchronicities as well. But when it comes imbalanced, it's topsy-turvy. It's the other way. We can feel confused and disconnected from our intuition. We start to overthink everything, and we start constantly seeking certainty from out external sources, not from inside us. But Runestone, if you work with it, then helps to restore that trust in your own perception. It teaches us that intuition it's never loud. There's never a loud command in our intuition. Intuition just arrives quietly, and it may be in a recurring symbol, maybe in that dream. It may be just a feeling that just will not go away. That's your intuition talking to you. And Runestone is fabulous for meditation and the dream work, as I said. Tarot works beautifully with tarot, or any rune practice. I've never worked with runes or tarot, but it's fabulous for that, for journaling, for creative writing, and definitely for times when you have major decisions need to be made. It is wonderful to sit with this so that you can open up your intuition to know and clearly see what the decision should be made. It doesn't tell you what to choose, though. Just gives you a little nudge that says, well, maybe, but you're still human. Remember that, you're still human. But it does help you hear that deeper wisdom that's inside us. So we often don't want to listen to that, and this helps you hear it. And in so many ways, the third eye, this crystal, and the third eye, it's like that. True vision is not predicting the future. It's about seeing the present clear enough so that that next wee step can reveal itself to you. Runestone is a crystal that just invites relationship. It loves having a relationship. It's not one of those crystals that you just pick up and look at one day and leave it for months. It loves being looked at and felt and touched and used in the various ways every day if you can. It's a beautiful companion for your inner journey, and it's the stone I reach for when I need perspective and reflection, and when I need to sit down and have a deeper conversation with myself. This one sits down with me. It's beautiful to keep beside your journal if you're a journaler, and on a meditation altar, works beautifully there. Have it near your bed for dream work as well, or just on your desk, especially where you sit, whether it's in front of your computer or you at the dining table where you make those big decisions. Sit it there, sit it on those tables and have it with you. Hold it in the morning. It loves mornings, and hold it in the morning, and maybe just a simple little ritual of sitting still even for a minute, and listening before, you know, that all the noise starts happening in your day. And I love using it with writing practices. I love writing, and I write lots. And I love having it beside me when I'm writing, and it just helps the things drop in and shapes the way you write, which is beautiful. And so, you know, if you want to do a wee practice, just hold the crystal, hold it, take 3 slow, deep breaths, and then ask a question. Once you've done your 3 breaths, just ask a question like, you know, what is life trying to show me right now in this moment? Or maybe you have a pattern in your life that you just need to understand. Or maybe it's, you know, that wisdom. What am I overlooking? And then write. You don't have to, you can write one word. They don't have to connect. The sentences don't have to connect. Put words down on a paper and it gets out of here. And then when you look back at it, you go, that is amazing. And that is a beautiful way to write, a beautiful way to write. Yes, the Quantum Quattro is pretty special. I haven't put that back where it used to live. It has been following me around in the various pursuits that I do around the house. I don't have any other pursuits. Yes, it is a lovely crystal. It is also a beautiful crystal if you're exploring your ancestral healing or history, and well, you know, family patterns. The why am I like this? Is it because of them? The mythology, symbolism, any spiritual study, because its energy encourages respectful curiosity and not rigid belief. And so it helps you become a student of life itself beautifully. Now, most of runestones teach us that wisdom grows through intention. And the more we deeply observe our lives, our dreams, our relationships, our inner responses, then the more clearly that symbolic language of our soul starts to reveal itself. And it just helps you with that beautifully. I'm going to have a slurp of my water. Now, archetypes. Again, the archetype is, they are not physical beings as such. They're like a pattern of human history, human wisdom. They come from history and our behaviors, and they're not fixed identities. They are qualities that awaken in us, and awaken in different seasons of our lives too. So the Feldspar archetype is the oracle. Excuse me. And the oracle is someone who possesses all the answers. Well, doesn't possess all the answers, actually. It's someone actually who knows how to listen. And they preserve patterns others overlook. They trust intuitive insight, honor your dreams and wisdom and symbols, and just understand that truth often comes to us in those quiet, still times, and that's where revelation has often come to us. And so the Rune Star Oracle just awakens that archetype by helping us to cultivate our inner wisdom. It encourages you to become less dependent on external validation, and just willing to trust your wisdom that is emerging from the depths. And if we create space enough and we get still enough, it rises up. The oracle understands that life is always communicating through synchronicities, through conversations, through emotions, through nature, dreams, and unexpected moments of recognition too. And when we embody the oracle through this crystal, we become more reflective, more discerning, more aligned, and much more aligned with our authentic path. And we then stop chasing certainty and we start beginning cultivating wisdom. And we learn that the most powerful guidance often comes when we become still enough to receive it. And it is very hard in this world to become still enough. But it doesn't take hours and hours. It's hours and hours is lovely if you can do it. But it's just as long as you can sit in stillness. And then over time, you can build that stillness up. The oracle doesn't predict the future in a theatrical sense. It just recognizes those deep currents that are already flowing beneath the present moment. And that's what Feldspar wants us to do. Become attentive to that subtle intelligence that's woven through our lives. It's relatively durable, as I said, but definitely should be treated with care. Clean it with a soft cloth. It can be cleaned with water, but no soaps, just water. Smoke, sound, moonlight, all fine. Don't put harsh chemicals on it, and it doesn't like strong sunlight. So you could put it in the morning sunlight for a little bit to cleanse it, but it's better to do the moonlight. If you put it in the sunlight for too long, it will change. All its little the beautiful richness of the crystal and its natural colors and patterns will change. I think more importantly, though, it's rather lovely to treat this crystal as a conversation rather than a tool. And I look at a lot of other crystals as a tool in my day. I use it as a tool in my day. But this one is a conversation. And, if you spend time with it regularly and allow the symbols to become familiar in it, keep watching and looking in it, and you don't need to go, oh, is that? Just notice the patterns. Wisdom can't be hurried. And I think, what Runestone is trying to say is that, the answers that we seek, they're already speaking to us. They're already there. So slow down, listen, trust the symbols, because that ancient language of the soul has never been lost. It's there, and it's just waiting for your attention. It really is. Interesting. Yes, it is interesting. I find it interesting anyway. And obviously Jen does. Right, how are we doing? That is Runestone. So let's move on to the essential oil now, and that is Oakmoss. And Jerry, you sent some photos. Cool. That's Jerry's one. I will show you Jerry's one before we move over to the essential oils. I knew that would stop my music, but that's all right. That's all right. My phone can't multitask, can it? Get my hair off there. Oops, no, that's your fluorite. That fluorite was amazing. So that's Jerry's one there. Oh, cool. Yes, getting late there. Oops, it disappeared. It disappeared. That's Jerry's one. So see, it has a lot more of the creams and the russet tones. And you see, yeah, that one is, it's, to me, it's, you know, that reminds me of the rivers and that in it. That's lovely. It's beautiful. I love that. I love that. Right, oak moss essential oil. Let's put some music back on because it gets sort of need a little bit of. Can you hear the background music? Me saying that there's music going on. It is beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Oak moss. It's very unlike. Oh, good. Oak moss is really unlike most other sort of aromatic material used in perfumery and spiritual practice. Despite its name, it is not a moss, but it is a lichen. And it's that's cool. It's a remarkable living partnership between fungus and alga that grows slowly upon the bark of oak and other hardwood trees. And this makes oak moss extraordinary. It's botanical. It is a botanical born from cooperation. Oh, good night, AJ. Thank you so much for coming. Check out that rose quartz one. I will put the track up here soon. Oh, yum. The blends are already up on my link tree, Jen. I was very organized today. Well, actually, I did it yesterday. Hey, y'all, Michelle. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. It's definitely a botanical born from cooperation and patience and very deep ecological relationship. And its aroma reflects that ancient wisdom, really does. 44, I can't even see them. Oh, yeah, there we go, 44. Wonderful. 44, I love numbers like that. When we encounter oak moss, we're not meeting a bright floral or a very sparkling citrus. We are meeting a scent of time itself, and it smells it's really nice, but to describe it, it smells of damp forest floors, weathered bark, a cool stone after rain. I love that after rain smell. Old libraries, maybe secondhand bookshops, possibly, hidden glades, and that beautiful silence that you get between towering trees. Now, I know that's not a smell, but that's a feeling, and that's what it feels like. It is earthy, but it's quite mysterious. It's very grounding, and it's very contemplative as well. VJ, yes. 44 from all over the globe. It is coming up 3 o'clock for me, VJ, in the afternoon of Thursday. Sounds like your personalized oil. Jen, I love that. And you love earthy and old libraries. Perfect, you see, that is your personalized oil. Absolutely. You have another cuppa for me too, VJ. I will have another one after I finish this. 8:24 a.m. Where are you, VJ? Oh, you are India. I thought you were. 824. Yes. And oak moss has been treasured for a very long time, and it is actually used in perfumery. Almost 2100. Yeah. Yes, it's getting close to bed. I would be in bed by now at 2100. I would. But I'd be reading. It is used in perfumery, but it is it is a base note, and it is one of the great base notes in perfumery, actually, because it anchors. Base notes always anchor and deepen a fragrance, so you don't necessarily smell its earthiness, and that's if you look at that symbolically, that's us, and it invites us to slow down, to ground, to root deeply, and just remember that our strength, it grows beneath the surface, and it's there for us to use. I think of oak moss as it's a botanical of ancient belonging. It really is. It just reminds us that we're not separate from the natural world. We're part of it. We're a vast living web of memory, of ancestry and relationship. And when life starts to feel scattered or overly in your mind, oak moss helps you return to the body, to the breath, and to that enduring presence of earth beneath our feet. It's a lovely essential oil. It stretches back from through centuries of European forests, monasteries, perfumers' workshops, and sacred landscapes. The lichen most commonly used for the oak moss is Ivernia prunastri, and that grows on the oak or the beech or any other deciduous trees throughout Europe, throughout North Africa, and parts of Asia. There are all sorts of hardwood trees that it will grow on. But for generations, people have gathered it from ancient forests where it had accumulated upon the tree bark for many years. And lichen grows very slowly. So, that is associated with patience and endurance and just the passage of time. And unlike other herbs that are used for essential oils that are harvested annually, oak moss, it's not hurried. It takes a long time for it to become ready to be used. And that's a beautiful thing for us, teaches us that, some treasures can't be hurried. And you're all beautiful treasures, and you're on beautiful journeys. So don't hurry it. In European folk traditions, mosses and lichens are considered liminal beings, organisms that exist between worlds, between earth and tree, between moisture and air, and growth and decay. They were associated with old forests and hidden places and fairy lore as well, woodland spirits, and just the beautiful mysterious intelligence of nature itself. It's lovely. And by the 18th and 19th centuries, oak moss had become one of the foundational materials, actually, of classical perfumery, particularly in the famous Cypre fragrance family. And perfumers valued it for its beautiful ability to create depth, longevity, and a beautiful, unmistakable sense of elegance and mystery. Many of the world's most iconic perfumes contain oak moss, and because it provides that feeling of forest and shadow and memory, and sophistication as well. Spiritually, I find oak moss quite fascinating because it reminds us that wisdom is often found in what appears humble. Lichen it's not a tree, it's not a moss, it's not a flower, but it survives in amazing places where other organisms can't. And so it embodies that resilience through relationship, because it has to be part of the tree, and adaptation through cooperation, and beauty through patience. It comes out beautiful, but you have to be patient. Oak moss oak moss belongs to the world of lichens, and as I said, the Avernia prunastri, and that's which you have gathered by now. It's a symbiotic organism, and it's composed of a fungus living in partnership with an alga. And so that unique biology gives oak moss its character, unlike any other true plant essential oils. In aromatherapy and perfumery, oak moss is usually available in an absolute rather than a true steam distilled essential oil. So the lichen actually contains very little volatile oil, which a lot of essential oils do contain, but it doesn't. So they have to use the solvent extraction method. So solvent extraction method is what they use to obtain its aromatic compounds. A lot of plant material will be steam distilled. And that then results, a bit like frankincense actually, resulting material is thick and dark and resinous, and intensely concentrated. I think oak moss has several little personalities. I think he's the forest elder, that wise, patient, deeply rooted, offering guidance rather than yelling things at you. And another is that keeper of memories. It helps us to reconnect with the forgotten parts of ourselves, those ancestral stories and the deeper patterns that shape our lives. And a third, I think, would be the sacred guardian, because it helps you to create space, yes, but maybe a sense of protection actually, and containment and emotional safety as well. If its scent is profoundly layered, it really is. At first, when you smell it, when you inhale the aroma, first you will notice that damp earth, that tree bark, and that cool moss. And then as it settles and you smell it again, you'll start having little subtle notes of leather and wood, and forest hummus, and a little faint sweetness as well will start to emerge. And there is a mineral quality to oak moss as well that makes it almost feel stone-like, as though it carries the aroma of ancient ruins after rain. So it's not a fragrance that seeks attention. It draws you inward and inviting contemplation and presence. And because it's an absolute, it is typically used in very small amounts. A very tiny quantity can transform your entire blend by adding depth, longevity, and a mysterious forest-like quality that is difficult to replicate with just about any other botanical. It's the one that really is that beautiful depth to it. Oak moss, it has that feeling of standing in an ancient forest where every tree has witnessed centuries of human stories and the earth remembers them all. It carries an energy of deep grounding, ancestral wisdom, sacred memory, protection, and some oils uplift and energize, and some comfort. Oak moss does something sort of rarer. It anchors. So yes, Jen, you don't need much at all. Hello, Cora. Lovely to see you. Welcome. 11:06 p.m. Why aren't you asleep, my dear? Why aren't you sleeping? I would really be asleep by then. Absolutely. Emotionally, oak moss, that's where I was. Oak moss anchors. It's not that uplifting, energizing, comforting type essential oil. This one actually it just anchors. It helps us descend from that busy surface of life into the deeper roots of our being. And emotionally, oak moss is beautiful ally during times of uncertainty. Grief works beautifully with grief, transition, or spiritual searching. It doesn't try to cheer you up quickly. Instead, it just sits beside us with immense patience, like the runestone, just reminding us that we're supported by something much older, wiser than our current circumstances. And so it encourages emotional maturity and resilience, and that ability to remain present even when life feels complex. Yeah. I love that, Cora. I love that. Thank you so much. Isn't it amazing? You never think your voice sounds so different to other people, doesn't it? And I don't have an accent, but obviously I do. And I love that. It does. It has a profound sense of belonging within oak moss. And it just reminds us that we are part of a lineage, of a landscape, a living web of relationships that extend beyond our individual lives. And that in itself can be very comforting if you feel disconnected or uprooted or uncertain of where you belong. And it just helps you deal with those thoughts and those patterns beautifully. It's not a botanical that inspires vision and expansion. It inspires depth. It helps us grow downward like the roots of a tree, becoming stable enough. And then our intuition and our wisdom can rise naturally as well. It is, even though it's deeply grounding and deeply earthy, it's actually connected to the heart chakra. And and that's because the heart chakra is the energy center of safety and belonging and stability and ancestry and physical presence, and our relationship with the earth. It's all there. Oak moss smells like the forest floor itself. That place where leaves become soil, where roots start to intertwine and that equates to us. When our life continually transforms without hurry, if we can slow down, it's beautiful. Did I say the heart chakra? I think I did. It is the root chakra. Did I say the root or the heart? It is the root chakra. I have a feeling I said the heart. It's the root chakra. And I'm saying all these things and I'm thinking, no, that doesn't connect to the heart. It's the root chakra. And when it is balanced, when that beautiful chakra is balanced, we do feel grounded. We feel secure. We feel connected to our bodies as well. And we can go out into life and meet it with confidence and steadiness as well. But when it's depleted, that all turns upside down. We can experience anxiety and restlessness and disconnection from our physical body as well. And we can have fear about our future and maybe a persistence feeling of not belonging. But Oakmoss gently restores a sense of ancient belonging in you. It reminds you that, like the lichen that is where it comes from, that it's growing upon the tree beautifully in its own manner, and we are part of a larger living system as well. We don't have to earn our place within life. We're already woven into it. My pleasure, VJ. Lovely to see you here. It's beautiful for meditation. And again, for ancestral healing. So that's why I've picked them. The two work beautifully together. For grief as well, for your nervous system, to regulate your nervous system too. And any practice that you do that helps you come back into your body, it's perfect for that. Apply it on your feet, on the soles of your feet, or your lower back where your root chakra is, or inhale it during breath work, and it can become a beautiful anchor for your root chakra. My pleasure, Cora. What makes it beautifully unique is that it grounds us, but it doesn't make us feel heavy. It creates stability, but it still leaves space for our intuition and our dreams and our insights to arise. And it's, the deepest roots, the root chakra is, it talks about the deepest roots that support the tallest trees. And you need a good root system for an amazingly tall tree. Oakmoss is a botanical. Excuse me. It's a botanical that loves rituals and presence, and its aroma is so rich and concentrated. It is best used in those small amounts. And that if you're using it in the small amounts, it allows its depth to unfold gradually rather than overwhelming your senses. So in a diffuser, I've got all these blends up on the link tree, but in a diffuser, you would just put a single drop of oak moss, but you would combine that with cedarwood and frankincense and bergamot, and that can transform your room into something that just feels like an ancient forest sanctuary. And it's wonderful during meditation and journaling and the runes practice, tarot, creative writing, therapy sessions, or just sitting in the quiet at evening time. Oh, Cora. That's lovely. But you have a beautiful sleep, and many, many beautiful dreams too. Thank you so much for coming. It is definitely, excuse me, it's definitely beautiful in that in a carrier oil too, and you can apply that. So you could put it with a jojoba, or I think I've put it with a jojoba, but any carrier oil is fine. The more earthier ones are probably the better. And then apply it to your wrists or your heart space, and again your lower back or the soles of your feet. You know, it's beautiful before sleep. Just pop it on before you hop into bed. And my pleasure, Cora. And any major life transition too, wear it, put it on your body, absolutely. And I know the last few weeks I have been very emotionally untethered, very highs, very lows, and it is perfect for that. It just brings you back grounded and centered. It just is fabulous. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I will have a look at that, Jen. Thank you. Should we see what Jen's looks for? We can have a look at Jen's one too while we're here. Hi, Laura. It's oak moss, Laura. Oak moss. Where is Jen's? Did you email it to me, Jen? You must have emailed it to me. Okay. All right. Let's have a look there. Let's have a look there. Down to here. There we go. Oh, I love that. Isn't that so? What an awesome picture. That is so cool. Oops, get that out of the way. That is, I love it. It is brilliant. That is so amazing. What a gorgeous, gorgeous picture. That is so beautiful. I want to print it off and put it in a frame. It's lovely. It's just lovely. Yes, it was a lovely, lovely find. Absolutely. Well done. Well done. Okay, back to oak moss. It pairs beautifully with the runestone. It really does. You can hold this crystal in one hand and hold it in your dominant hand when you're holding your crystal, and inhale the oak moss, and then just stop, close your eyes for a wee minute, and imagine yourself sitting beside some ancient standing stones that are deep within a forest, and let the stone connect you with your inner wisdom, and let the botanical connect you with that ancient memory and belonging. And together they create a powerful practice of listening rather than striving. They're beautiful. Beautiful for creating a sacred space too. You know, a tiny amount in a room spray. Fabulous. You could use that for your where your Buddha is in that too, Jen. And you can do that. A perfume blend. It is fabulous in a perfume blend. The latest one I made, I always make just little wee tiny ones, so that I can change them all the time. And not that one, but my other one has oak moss in it, and it's just beautiful. It really is. A meditation oil, and that, if you put that on your feet or on your on your spine, that creates a beautiful contemplative time, and that will help restore your nervous system too, and so that you can feel safe to slow down. Its archetype is the elder, and the elder, not because of the age, but depth of wisdom, that steadiness of presence, and that ability to hold space for others without needing to control them. The elder has lived through many seasons and understands that life can't be rushed. They value patience and listening and tradition and the transmission of wisdom from one generation to the next. And Oakmoss awakens that archetype by just encouraging us to become less reactive and more reflective. And it teaches us to seek understanding rather than immediate answers, and to honor our ancestors and teachers, and to recognize that our own experiences are gradually becoming wisdom that can one day nourish other people. And so when we embody the elder through Oakmoss, we become much more grounded, more patient, more capable of standing calmly when we're going through change. We stop needing every question answered immediately, and we just trust that intelligence of time itself. This elder is beautiful. It just reminds us that forests grow slowly, the lichen spreads patiently, and the deepest wisdom is often spoken in a whisper. Oakmoss is absolutely highly concentrated and should always be well diluted before putting it on your skin. Some may be sensitive to Oakmoss, and it has certain constituents sort of that can have a skin sensation, not necessarily an irritation, but a patch test is definitely recommended if you're going to use it topically. Don't use it during pregnancy or breastfeeding, and if you have sensitive skin, ideally don't use it as well. But that's up to you. See, I've got sensitive skin, but it's fine on my skin. So it depends on you. So definitely do that patch test. Because it's an absolute, it is typically used in very small quantities within the blends. So truly, a little goes a very long way. As with all essential oils, store it in a cool, a dark place. If it becomes thick, which it can do because it is already a thick essential oil, just warm it in your hands. Warm it gently between your hands, and then it will drop out easier. Just be still long enough to remember what has been true, and that's what Oakmoss wants to tell you. It reminds us that wisdom is patient, that belonging is ancient, and that beneath every season of your life there is a beautiful forest of strength waiting to welcome you home. Now, putting them together, I think these two, oh, my nose is itchy. I think these two really are both born from landscape, and from the same landscape, I think. You know, Runestone and Oakmoss is definitely that pairing. And when you place them together, I don't see treatment or remedy. A lot of crystals can. I do look at them that way. But this is definitely, both of them are an ancient forest sanctuary. And, you know, I see weathered stones and covered in lichen and pathways beneath towering trees, and that feeling of arriving somewhere that has been waiting for us for a very long time. And they, Runestar is just filled with symbols. It really is. Those repeated patterns it has on it. And it is, it's beautiful. And then Oakmoss is the language. It's a language that's best heard when we come still. So it awakens that inner listening and everything. So together then they offer something that is, I really think is increasingly rare in our modern world, and that's depth. Depth is increasingly rare, absolutely. And the two of them remind us that, you know, wisdom is not usually loud or dramatic or immediate. it grows slowly, like the lichen on a tree, like stone weathered by centuries of wind and rain, like trust, built in one moment at a time. Little wee hearts floating up. I love the hearts. Uh, the hearts make me feel that you are still there and that you are enjoying what you're hearing. I do love them. These two are beautiful if you're searching for direction, and they teach us that clarity emerges through presence. And so the more deeply we inhabit our own lives, the more clearly we begin to recognize the patterns that have always been guiding us. And runestone, in a symbolic it grounds us in a symbolic way, and oakmoss grounds us in an embodied way. And together they create a beautiful bridge between intuition and the body, and between ancestral memory and everyday life. And they help us become people who trust ourselves. And that's not because we have all the answers, but it's because we have stopped and learned to listen. So imagine your day holding runestone in one hand, inhaling oakmoss in another, and just feel that stone connecting you with that ancient wisdom, and feel the botanical connecting you with the deep forest of your own inner being. And that's just a simple ritual that becomes a conversation between earth and memory, between the visible and the unseen. Your English is perfect, VJ. Perfect. Yes, and that's beautiful. Yeah, when you sit cross-legged, you place your heel between two body outlets, and it supports the root chakra. It does. Yes. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah, breathing is beautiful for that. It does. Yeah, and lots of people will look at it in a very different way. You can talk to many practitioners that deal with the chakras, and they will look at it in a totally different way. Yeah, it is a slow process. No, and we might not notice it at the time, exactly, but it's there. Yeah, my pleasure, VJ. Runestone. Let's put that in there. It is Runestone Feld, because it's a Feldspar one. That's the oops, why didn't you go? There we go. That's the name of the crystal. Yeah. If your hand sort of rested on a runestone, its natural markings, there's beautiful, beautiful natural sort of markings, echo that forgotten script into the standing stones around you. And you can inhale the aroma of oak moss and that beautiful scent of damp earth and tree bark and old wood and cool stone around you. And the meditation in a minute will take you on that beautiful journey and take you into that beautiful forest. Yes, exactly. Wisdom and awakening is a slow process, definitely. Oh, thank you, VJ. Thank you. This is my happy place. It really is. So yes, I have created some different wee blends for you. And if you go to my profile, go to my about, and then go right to the very bottom, you'll find where you can connect to me on the link tree, and that's where I put these. So I've got a beautiful forest anointing oil, and that one is beautiful to put on your lower back, on your chest, your shoulders, the soles of your feet, while taking beautiful, slow, deliberate breaths. And so in that, it's got jojoba, sweet almond oil, and then oak moss, cedarwood, frankincense, and vetiver. They are beautiful together, beautiful together. And so that is a lovely one to do. And that would be a lovely one for you, VJ, while you're sitting there cross-legged. You could have this beautiful aroma adding to your practice. Then I have a face serum, and that one calms and nourishes your face, but it also helps with emotional grounding as well, this particular one. And this one is really lovely to use. You can use it morning and night, but it's really lovely at nighttime. If you don't use a serum any other time, beautiful at nighttime, this one. And then you just press it into your face. You don't rub it, just press it into your face. And while you're doing that, while you're spending that time pressing that into your face, just imagine that you're standing in an ancient forest and it's surrounding you. Just take that with you into your bed then. And then that is rosehip, jojoba, oak moss, frankincense, and a little wee bit of sandalwood. And that's lovely. I have a face oil as well. This one is a nice lighter one, which is beautiful for the daytime. And that's got jojoba, grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is a lovely carrier oil. And calendula oil. Yes, I knew I put that in. The calendula oil is very healing too. And then you add oak moss and a couple of drops of geranium. I've put geranium because it is more grounding, but I personally like rose geranium. So up to you. So massage. This one you massage on to your face after cleansing. And the blend is beautifully grounding, very subtle still, but beautifully grounding, and just gives you a sense of calm to take out into your day. I have a face toner. Hi, Laura. No, I'm at what is it now? 3:30 in the afternoon on Thursday afternoon, Laura. So, and it's. So you're late, didn't you say, I think? Yeah. You must be ready for bed, I would say. The toner you would use before, the first thing after you've cleansed. So I should have put it in that order, shouldn't I? But the face toner is beautiful. I love using face toners. And in a lovely little spray, you can put rose hydrosol. Yes, going to bed. I bet. Yeah, definitely. Sleep well. Rose hydrosol, lavender hydrosol, and then distilled water, and then a drop of oak moss. And then you need what they call a solubilizer for that. And that it's like what cosmetic people, what they do to make in perfumery, and you can get a cosmetic solubilizer as well. To be honest, in those ones I often put a little bit of vodka or brandy, because what they're trying to do is encapsulate the oils so they don't separate, and the alcohol can do that too. And then shake it, spray it. It's lovely. Have your crystals beside all the blends you make, because they need to just embody that essential oil for about 12 to 24 hours before you use them. So put your crystal beside them, and that energy goes into that as well. Then a hydrosol spray. Hydrosol sprays for the face are much easier. They have this one's got rose hydrosol, Oh, chamomile, hydrosol, and distilled water. And I think I said that one, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah. Where I was going was the room hydrosol. Hydrosol, that's right. So for your room, cedar hydrosol is beautiful in this one, and lavender, and then distilled water, and then some oak moss, and then the solubilizer, either the alcohol or a proper solubilizer, and then you just spray that around. It's like this. So you can see this has got the brandy sitting in the top, and that's what your solubilizer will do. And you just give it a good shake around, and then beautiful spray. It's just spray that around your room, and it's fabulous. Beautiful. Have a wonderful time, VJ. I love doing that. Oil lamp gazing. I love candle gazing. So oil lamp gazing, fabulous. Enjoy. Then I have a mala anointing oil, and I have that. That's the one I use in my little bottle. And you just put a little bit on your fingertips, and then you can run your hand through your mala and have that aroma experience going on there as well. And fabulous for meditation or your mantra practice with your mala, rune work, journaling. That one can be used in all sorts of situations. And in that one is jojoba, fractionated coconut oil. That makes it not so slimy or slippery. And then the oak moss, frankincense, and cedarwood in that one too. So, and then I have a tea. Now you can't use crystal in a tea, but you sit it beside it. Oak moss, definitely not. It definitely shouldn't be ingested. But I've brought together herbs in this blend that encompass that energy. So it's got dandelion root, it's got nettles, it's got rosemary and sage and chamomile and ginger root, and that just has that beautiful groundedness in it. So those are all there up on the link tree for you. All right, my lovelies, shall we meditate? Meditate together. Fabulous. Yes, I knew, Maribel. I was waiting for you. I knew you were going to say that. Beautiful. All right, my lovelies. Let's just settle in. Close your eyes if you want to. It's always good to close your eyes when you're doing a visualization. Makes it easier. And we're going to go on a journey with our essential oil and our crystal. And, you know, there are forests that grow upon maps, and there are forests that grow within our soul. And I'm going to take you to the Whispering Stone Forest. And that one belongs to the second one. That beautiful forest that grows within your soul. And it can't be found by searching the world outside you. It just appears when your heart becomes quiet enough to remember that wisdom has always lived beneath all the noise. So if you have feldspar, just rest it in your hands. Just feel its weight. Notice its beautiful markings upon its surface. It's like the stone has been patiently writing a story for centuries. Now imagine the deep, earthy aroma of oak moss surrounding you. That's the scent of ancient trees, cool stone after rain, damp earth, weathered bark, and forgotten sanctuaries that are hidden beneath all that green, all those green canopies. And take a slow breath in. Just release it. Then again, breathing in. And with every inhale, the forest grows closer. And with every exhale, the ordinary world just softens around its edges. And a narrow path appears before you, winding through towering oak trees whose branches arc overhead like the roof of an ancient cathedral. And moss hangs from their limbs in soft green curtains. And the forest floor is covered with velvet moss, fallen leaves, and weathered stones that just seem to glow with a silver light. The air is cool, still, alive, and you begin walking. Your footsteps don't make a sound. It feels as though the forest has been expecting you for a very long time. And as you move deeper between the ancient oaks, you notice that the trees are unlike any you have seen before. Their trunks are enormous. Their bark is deeply textured. And every surface is covered with delicate wee patterns of lichen and moss. And the scent of oak moss becomes richer here, surrounding you like a living presence. It's not merely a fragrance, it's the breath of the forest itself. And ahead between the trees, you begin to see them, standing stones, tall, ancient, weathered by countless centuries. And each stone bears mysterious markings carved deep into its surface. Symbols that resemble runes, flowing lines, circles, spirals, and patterns that seem strangely familiar. Like your soul recognizes them, even if your mind does not. And you step into a wide clearing, and dozens of standing stones rise from the earth in a big, huge circle, each one different, each one carrying its own glorious presence. And in the center of the circle stands a single oak tree, unlike any other. Its trunk is broad enough that several people could not encircle it. Its roots rise above the earth like ancient rivers frozen in wood. Its branches disappear into a canopy so vast that it seems to hold a piece of the night sky within its leaves. And at the base of the tree waits a figure, clothed in robes colour of moss, bark and stone. Their hair is silver, their eyes are kind. They are known here as the keeper of the living runes. They don't ask your name, they already know it. And they place one hand over their heart and they bow and they gesture for you to sit beside the great oak. And you settle against the ancient roots. And the keeper sits beside you in silence. And for a long moment, nothing happens. The wind just moves like whispers through leaves. A distant bird calls once. And somewhere nearby, water trickles over stone. The silence is not empty, it's full. And then the keeper speaks softly, and they say the forest does not reveal its wisdom to those who hurry. And you breathe. Every stone remembers, and you breathe again. Every tree listens. And the keeper reaches down and touches the earth, and the moss beneath their hand begins to glow with a beautiful emerald light. The light spreads through the clearing until every standing stone shimmers from within. The carvings begin to awaken. And one by one, the symbols glow with golden light. They don't become brighter in order to impress you. They become clearer because you have become still enough to see them. And the keeper turns to you and they say, choose a stone. And you stand and you slowly walk through the circle. Each stone feels different. One carries warmth. Another feels like deep water. And another feels like laughter long forgotten. But then you see it. A stone whose markings resemble the natural patterns within your Runestone Feldspar. And you place your hand upon it, and the stone is warm, it's alive. And the moment your hand touches its surface, the forest disappears. Not because you have left it, but because you have entered it more deeply. And you are standing, and suddenly within the memory, held inside the stone, you see countless moments from your own life unfolding around you. And they're not in chronological order, but in the way memory truly lives. Childhood morning filled with sunlight. A conversation that changed everything. A season of grief. A moment of unexpected courage. An act of kindness you had almost forgotten. A dream you once abandoned. A path you chose, and a path you did not. These scenes, they don't judge you. They just simply exist. And the keeper's voice reaches you. You have been looking for answers. And all those memories continue flowing. But life has been giving you symbols. And you begin to notice patterns, certain places repeating, certain people returning, certain lessons appearing again and again in different forms. The stone is not predicting your future. It is revealing the language your soul has been speaking all along. The forest slowly returns, and you find yourself once again standing before the ancient stone. Your hand is still resting upon its weathered surface. Tears may be present, or perhaps only a deep sense of recognition. And the keeper smiles again. And the runes were never outside you, they say. And they lead you back to the great oak. And beneath its roots lies a shallow pool of perfectly still water. The keeper invites you to kneel. And as you look into the water, you expect to see your reflection. But instead, you'll see yourself many years from now. Not older in a fearful way, but wiser, softer, more grounded, more rooted. The future self looking back at you is peaceful. They're not carrying certainty, they're carrying trust. And the keeper places a small object into your hands. It is a tiny moss-covered stone, shaped almost exactly like your runestone. This is the stone for listening, they say. Whenever you forget your path, do not search harder. Listen more deeply. And that stone dissolves into a warm golden light that settles within your heart. And the standing stones begin to glow once more, and the oak trees breathe with the wind. The entire forest seems to pulse with life. And the keeper stands, and the other guardians of the forest emerge in silence from among the trees, and they form a wide circle around you. And together they offer this blessing. May you hear the wisdom hidden within ordinary moments. May you trust the symbols that continue to return. May your roots grow deep enough that your spirit can grow freely. May silence become a place of friendship rather than fear. And may you always remember that the ancient forest lives within you. The clearing begins to soften. The stones become light. The trees become fragrance. The fragrance becomes breath. And slowly you become aware once more of your body, resting peacefully where you began. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice the rhythm of your breathing. Sense the runestone in your hands or resting nearby. And just imagine the deep forest aroma of oak moss still surrounding you. Take one final slow, grateful breath. And as you exhale, know this: the whispering stone forest has not disappeared. It waits within every moment of stillness. And whenever you choose to listen, the stones will speak again. Now just feel your hands, feel your feet. When you're ready, just come back to the space together and open your eyes. Welcome back. How are we feeling? I was looking at the bubbles when we were meditating. And Jerry's bubble with his beautiful wee doggy was sitting right beside a beautiful wee cat. And it made me smile. It made me smile. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Beautiful. My pleasure. My pleasure, Maribel. And that meditation is live already. And it is somewhere here. It is somewhere here. Or didn't I add it? Thought I did. Thought I did. Let's see if I can find it. And then you can save it. Let's see if it'll find it. No, it didn't find it. Oh no, we want those tracks. Let's try again. There we go. Found it. I found it. So that is our meditation we just did. So it's already up there for you to enjoy. And thank you, Dolphin. It's been wonderful a long time since I've seen you, Dolphin. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I thought I saw your beautiful dolphins jumping around down there. Wonderful. And my pleasure, Maribel. And AJ, he just started meditating, Avery. Beautiful. AJ, who was here earlier, has done my aroma and essential oil course, and they were wanting some meditations to go with the crystals that I talked about there. So I have done 2 so far, And these are crystals that probably most people would have, if I can find it. Why aren't these here? Oh, hang on. Let's go do. No. How do I get out of that? There we go. Like, how do I get out of that? This was the first one I did, that were crystals in that thing. Yes, I know you can only use 3 now, unless I find on my computer I can use a whole lot, but mostly you can only use 3 now. So that was the first one I did. That was the Violet Temple of Amethyst, and that one's been live for a couple of days. And then I did this one today. I did this one this morning, and within half an hour it was live. I was blown away with. So this is rose quartz. Told your soul to listen to your images. Yes, and that's a bit like what we were talking about today. You know, things come to us in not necessarily in loud noises. They come to us in little things that we see, you know, like you were seeing the blue and the green aura, Avery. And was that around you, or was it just an aura in the room or something? And a red foxtail. Oh, how beautiful. Yeah. When you were meditating with your eyes closed. Beautiful. And yes, just listen to that. Listen to your images. And, you know, it might not come immediately what those images are meaning. To me, they're just... If I look at them from a chakra point of view, then your red foxtail is your root chakra and needs grounding. And the blues and the greens are the heart and the upper chakras. But it could be anything. It could be anything. And just sit with that. And, you know, something might just come like that. Write that down, write those images down, and then in a day or so go back to them and just go and just ask them again, what are you showing me? And yes, beautiful. And you'll have that then to go back to. And, you know, sometimes the answer doesn't come for a long time. Sometimes it might happen tomorrow or the next day. And it is just beautiful just to sit with them. Oh, beautiful. Listening to what music? Was it instrumental music? A sun with 3 fingers. It was an enigma. Ah, okay, beautiful. Yeah, you see, all those things that you're seeing there, you know, it will mean something only to you, but that to me is all about nature. And the sun was right after. Yeah. But there's a whole lot of nature there. So maybe take your journal and go and meditate in nature. And maybe those answers will come to you then. Yeah. Beautiful, Avery. That's beautiful. I love that. Yeah. I really think you need to go and sit out in nature and just see what comes. Just see what comes when you do that. All right, my lovelies. Well, I will see you again in a couple of days, and we'll be back to our our last week of our 15-week embodiment journey with the mala. So we are heading up to the last, very high up there, chakra. Hello, my friend. Lovely to see you, Janendra. Beautiful. You're going to order some cards because the ones I did tonight, gave people around me chills. Oh, okay. Okay. What, do you have an idea of what cards you're going to order? Is there something calling to you? Good morning. Yes, good morning. So you're like VJ, you're about 9 o'clock in the morning, coming up 10 o'clock in the morning maybe, Janendra? Yes, so yes, that's going to be our last week of that journey. It's been a beautiful journey, and I'm looking forward to, I think I know what's going to happen from now on, but we shall see if Spirit has another idea. But I'm pretty sure that's what I'm being called to, pretty sure. So we shall see after next week, after this week. Wonderful. All right, my darlings, thank you so much for joining me. It has been wonderful spending these last over 2 hours with you, and it is a joy to impart the knowledge of a beautiful crystal and essential oil. And I will see you again real soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a beautiful sleep if you're heading off to sleep, with many, many beautiful dreams. And I will see you again soon. Bye.